As a midi, your job is to go through, be a threat, demand the ball, not used, fine, in, moving it around, more dynamic. I think, do you agree it just feels a little bit static? The intensity starts from voice, doesn't it? If you're being encouraged, if you're being supported with
project with Lacrosse Scotland is a year-long project where we're coming in to put in a whole sports science department to support them throughout this season and hopefully into next season as well. Part of that support is the sports science side, so we've been profiling the whole group of players, so we've profiled 31 athletes. We're going to look at that data to make up their gym programs, but also programs for conditioning, because a lot of these athletes are working, they're amateurs, so we use our online training platform to send them conditioning sessions that they go away and do themselves. Added to that, we did some human track movement analysis, so we can get an understanding of what they're like and how we can program them from a strength and power perspective, and we've tried to collect as much information as we can to then put these programs in place, and then we'll catch up with them again in a month's time where we'll see if we made any improvements.
Change to speed 9. 9-1.
I'm Ailsa Stott, I'm the head coach of the Scotland Senior Women's Lacrosse team. Last summer we played in the World Championships in the USA. Every 4 years is the World Championships, and in the middle of every sort of 4 years as well. 2 years later is the European Championships. So this year, no major competition, but next year for the Europeans. This year is an opportunity to bring some new players into the squad, to give chances to maybe ex-junior players or new players and integrate them with our returning senior players. So the focus this year really largely on development. Next year becomes more about performance, when we will be looking to take out our strongest squad to the European Championships. We'd like to medal. But we meet up monthly, largely through the season, which runs from September till April. So we'll do a big weekend almost every month. Players come from all over the UK really, so we don't have the opportunity to meet up more frequently than that. So we try and get a lot done on those weekends. All of our players are elite amateurs, I would say. So nobody, sadly, makes a living from playing lacrosse yet. There's a lot of students, there's a lot of people working in professional jobs who have to juggle those requirements around their training load, which can be quite heavy, and obviously they're playing as well, and their travel to these training weekends.
So that's where we come in.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, lacrosse is an incredibly athletic sport. If you ever watch it, it's very fast, it's very physically demanding. It has a requirement for a whole range of different physical attributes, from fitness to speed to agility to strength. So it's really important that our players who want to compete against the best players in the world are physically prepared to do so. It can make a massive difference. It does make a massive difference to our performance for them to be in top kind of athletic condition when they get onto the field.
In terms of today, the profiling they're doing, what were you hoping to get from it?
Well, it's always nice for us to have an idea as to where our players are at, athletically, I guess. But also, I suppose, like you said, it's about getting some baseline data so that going forwards, when we can implement a program for us, we can track improvements, hopefully, give players something to aim for, possibly a level of accountability in there, and just some motivation maybe that, they're all competitive athletes. I want to see them pushing each other and, really trying to get the best out of themselves.
Off the line, go, 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 go.